On this week's episode, we talk about a haunting in Venice.
And other pop culture news.
Kenneth Branagh's latest Agatha Christie adaptation is out in theaters, and we got to see it tonight, and it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was fun, spooky. If anything, it's another fail, as another flop from Disney, because the idiots there don't know how to look at a calendar.
Like, it honest to goodness feels like they want their movies to fail.
Yeah, this movie is literally based on a book called Halloween Party. So, Halloween. It is a spooky horror movie type. Yeah, so if anything, they should release the haunted house in the beginning
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
In the beginning of October, and this one at the end of October. Moving into November, sorry. But no, they released in September, and the IMAX was very empty.
It was almost completely empty.
Yeah.
There were maybe 5 people there.
Especially on times that they were like struggling to get IMAX for the Marvels. They could release the Marvels this week. Make maybe some money, who knows, because nothing guarantees they're gonna make more by Halloween. And not fighting Dune, because until Dune was postponed, the Marvels would not get any IMAX screening for weeks, because it would be exclusive for Dune 2.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's some of the things we see. It only proves that the industry is kind of run by monkeys. They don't think, they don't plan, or
it's
as you
so
said, they
weird.
want to fail.
Yeah, because he seemed like really obvious decisions. Like, how fun would this movie be if you not even like, I don't know if you even have to wait all the way to the end of October, like second, third week of October. Whenever everything's in full Halloween swing, there's Halloween parties, Halloween decorations, everybody's in that spooky mood and going to haunted houses and corn mazes. Like, it would be so great then. But oh well, and it's not the first time they've made weird cast or release decisions like this.
Oh yeah,
But
no, they have some stupid ideas, and they're gonna talk about some others on this week. But haunting in Venice with Kenneth Branagh, Tina Fey.
Yeah, let's actually talk about the movie. Michelle Yeoh, Jamie
Dornan, the kid, the girl, and the other girl. It was fun. It was very interesting. It's a third part of a trilogy, or third installment in the series.
Yeah.
If
quite
anything,
episodic.
yeah. If anything, it gets. We find the character at the end of the road. He's retired, living in Italy, and one less case, maybe the beginning of a new life. Anyways, not gonna spoil, but very interesting, very well done, spooky, dark. What was the rating? R.
I honestly don't remember.
But let's say it was Czar.
Sure.
But I don't think it was
I don't
Czar.
know if there's anything that made it. Or I definitely wouldn't watch it with kids. It is quite spooky, and yeah, it's dark. It deals with some heavy.
PG-13.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
It does deal with some pretty heavy content matter, like murder, obviously, suicide, things like that.
Yeah. Cats and people touching other people's shoulders.
Yeah. Oh
Birds.
man, there's this bird. There's this freaky bird, man. I am not a fan of that bird. I think Branagh had a lot of fun with this one. There's a lot of crooked, like unusual camera angles that are very disorienting. Lots of crazy close-ups that feel very old school, but very so a lot of really classic horror type things, and they do a great job of maintaining the mystery all the way through. I was pretty sure it was who it was, but I couldn't be 100%. But there's another layer of mystery with this one. It's not just who committed these murders. there's this haunting, and like, is the haunting real? Is it not? And like they keep that a mystery like all the way through. So it was very entertaining and very fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, it has not only on the name of the book and the fact that it's on a Halloween night. It's very Halloweeny. It's just sad that they decided, didn't program it as they should, because the Marvels could be released any time.
Yeah,
there's still summer movies out, and the Marvels is closer to a summer movie than closer to a fall end of the year movie.
Are you suggesting that we could just simply reverse the releases of the Marvels and Haunted Mansion?
We could,
and have already a more successful calendar. Huh.
Yeah, because you would still get the excitement of the summer releases, even though it's not summer anymore. But you see, you release the Marvels and keep summer alive. Not that the Marvels is that exciting, anyways. But releasing at the end of October is not going to change anything.
I don't think so, but it could be proven wrong.
I guess spreading distribution, spreading the money. But in this case, they're spreading failure. They're spreading losses.
Yeah, that's rough.
Anyways, but everybody in this movie, in Haunting in Venice, was really, really well. It was fun to see Tina Fey as a author.
Yeah.
She's basically the podcaster from Only Murders in the Building, but in 1947.
But in a very cool costume.
Sure.
In 1947 Venice.
Yeah.
So.
But in a little bit more, I wouldn't say more successful. I guess they were both kind of, not very honest and competent. But yeah.
Well, yeah, it is a very similar character.
But overall, was fun. I would say I would like to see more, but I don't know if this movie is gonna perform well enough to, with Disney and the studios. In this case, is Fox, but it's owned by Disney. Yeah. And the studios cutting costs and eliminating productions and stuff. I don't know if
Which is a shame.
And it's an expensive one because. They shot in Venice. It's beautifully done, and
it's so pretty.
There's CGI to make Venice look like Venice in 1947. There's a big cast, a big director.
Yeah.
Branagh just was nominated for several categories, and he's Belfast, and he is very talented. So
he really is.
So all that together, I don't know if the cost to justify making
we'll get
more.
Enough return.
If we'll see. The weekend is still in the beginning. This was just the previews. We'll see what happens, but not very. We'll see.
I'm really rooting for this one. Honestly, it's my favorite of the three because Murder on the Orient Express was beautifully made. But I've read the book several times, seen the movie, and it is the kind of thing that, like, once you know what happened, it's not quite as fun or as intense. Death on the Nile was fine, but it wasn't like, ooh. This one was really good. I feel like this one it was working on lots of layers. It was beautifully made. Like, the cinematography, like I said, was very entertaining and added to the whole, like, spooky horror mystery, I don't know what's going on aspect of it. And I really didn't know what was going on until the very end. Like, it was such a fun ride. And if he has more like this coming, like, I would love to see that. But well, Agatha Christie wrote a bajillion novels. So many of them are good. There's one in particular that I think would be a very spooky movie called And Then There Were None. And it's really good.
They all die? Well, don't spoil.
I won't spoil it.
Even though the book is not that new.
It's not even close. It's like 80 years old. But yeah, that book had me. I read it all in one sitting. I didn't get out of my chair. I didn't move. I could barely breathe. Like, it was so scary.
One sitting? How big was this book?
I mean, I read pretty voraciously when I was a teenager.
Wow.
So, oh man, just riveting.
Well,
so plenty of source material there is what I'm
yeah.
saying.
And,
If this one does well, I would really like to see that.
And if anyone can do it, it's Kenneth Branagh, and he did terrific job with Shakespeare, and now he's doing it with more modern authors in the case of Agatha Christie. But anyways, Hunting in Venice, directed and produced and no, he didn't write.
The screenplay was by somebody else.
Yeah. But acted by Kenneth Branagh. Is available in theaters everywhere. You should go check.
You should.
Don't wait for Halloween because, again, the lack of planning of Disney, this movie probably not going to be out during Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, it's not the only spooky movie hitting box offices. The Nun 2 had a $32.6 million opening.
Yeah, a decent opening for that type of movie, horror movie.
Yeah.
At this time of the year. So, yeah, the Blumhouse, I think it's Blumhouse,
I don't know.
Conjuring people, Annabelle, whatever. That universe, I don't know what they call the universe. Again, performing well and, might mean more in the future.
Yeah. Good for them. All right, it's time for our weekly updates on the SAG-AFTRA strikes, which continue after 56 days.
Yeah, and they keep fighting, and there's, let's do a meeting. No, let's not do a meeting. Let's talk. Let's talk. It's a mess. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. And the year is moving, and the fall it's right here, and with the fall shows, new seasons, and that's causing controversy because people Bill Maher brought his show back. Drew Barrymore brought her show back, and apparently people that went to the taping went to pins with SAG-AFTRA.
Oh, and WGA.
WGA.
Yeah,
that's
those are more about WGA.
Yeah. And got kicked out of the show. And I didn't know about that. Like, sure. Anyways, the point that she was supposed to host this award,
National Book Awards. Yeah.
And she's she got kicked out. It's like, nope, we don't want you.
Yeah.
And the fights are going on, but productions are going. Some people are going to, some actors are going to festival, and they have entering agreements. But the Marvels, for instance, the actors will not promote. So it's like the movie needs all the help it can, and now it can have the cast. So that's already a big loss for them. And Cannes is gonna have FanX next week.
That's right.
And there'll be certain there's a lot of people that are coming are canceling, and of course they're gonna have to deal with limitations to have all these people here, and other cons as well. So it's affecting the industry in many aspects, even aspects that are not supposed to affect much.
Yeah, it's definitely trickling down.
But it keeps going, and they keep fighting, and it doesn't seem to have a end near.
Not really. I mean, Fran Drescher was just reelected as the SAG-AFTRA president, so I guess it's kind of working out for her.
Which is interesting because as the president, as the leader of the movement, she got reelected, but if you think with nothing to show, because it got to they had to go to a strike, and the strike is not fruitful yet.
Yeah,
so,
it's a tricky one.
But again, maybe nobody wanted to take care of this mess. It's like nobody ran against her.
Maybe, I don't know. But you could also see it as like she's standing up for them. She's not gonna.
Yeah. No, she's
she's
fighting,
not gonna compromise.
But in this past year, they didn't start fighting with the strike. They've been negotiating before.
Right.
It didn't work, and then the strike, it didn't work. So hopefully it will work, and just to justify the fact that she got elected or not, but we don't know.
We don't know. But in the meantime, Dr. Phil has a deal with CBS Studios that was suspended. NBC has suspended deals with Lorne Michaels and Dwayne Johnson. So, like, this is truly affecting everybody. The writers at Ridiculousness have voted to unionize.
Oh, this is I put this on the script because this is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like Ridiculousness have writers?
Apparently.
What? It's just like, you know Ridiculousness, right?
I don't.
It's a MTV show.
Say no more. Say no more.
They watch. It's like this guy's like, "Yeah, guys, we're gonna see this clip," and then they saw clips of people like I don't know, falling down in ridiculous situations. You know, internet videos. It's like America videos, home videos, right?
Yeah.
But these are very ridiculous. Like, hey, I'm the best skater boy, and then the guy jump and he breaks his nose or something like that.
Oh no.
And there's this
classic.
host who's like he's probably 60 now, but he thinks he's super young. And there's always a pretty girl, and there's a comedian to help comment those videos. And apparently they have writers, so. Yeah.
All right.
They were not WGA because they joined the union now. So they were not part of the guild. They were not part of the union.
Now they are.
They joined Yahtzee.
So congratulations to them on that whole thing. Some unfortunate rumors have come to light about Jimmy Fallon, about him just being a real jerk and all the rest. And he said that, quote, "It's embarrassing and I feel so bad." And he's apologized to his staff.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
we actually changed the behavior.
Apology, not apology. You know, it's some people are untouchable to the point that, oh yeah, because when it leaks, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. Okay, go. Yeah, yeah, and that's not stopping them at all because the five talk show hosts, Jimmy Kimmel, Fallon, or whatever other Jimmy, they got together to put a podcast. Since you know
That's right.
their shows are off and they want to make money out of it because I guess
they can keep paying their.
Is that what they?
That's what I've heard. That's what I've been told, that they're using the proceeds from the podcast to keep paying their staff.
So magnanimous. I have my. Anyways, my doubts. But anyways, they apparently they're going to Las Vegas. They're gonna do some show in Las Vegas. Not all of them. I think it's only 3 of them. It's Kimmel, Fallon. Who is the other one? Colbert? Is it Colbert? Yeah. Anyways, they're gonna do that, and I mean apparently with a good cause. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, one would hope. One would hope. All right, let's talk about the opposite of good cause. There's something rotten at Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, this past
and
week.
And it's not the tomatoes.
It was revealed. Something that many of us already knew, believed, because it's an industry that deals with money, that pay people to write. So in some ways, pay people for their opinions, and you know that might. Money might influence their opinions. Influence their opinions.
Yeah.
But in this case of Rotten Tomatoes, was revealed in an expose article that there's a company actually buying ratings for movies and productions, which would explain some mediocre productions out there getting like really high grades, which is like, what the heck? And you know, the bigger the production company, the more money they have. Even mediocre productions having high ratings, you know, so it validates conspiracy theories, which were not conspiracy theories, because some of what the media call conspiracy theories turns out to be just like time. You wait, soon enough, it comes out to be true. You know, it's like, don't wear masks don't work. Anyways, all sorts of conspiracy, but in this case of Rotten Tomatoes, we talked about it, The Last Jedi, and how everybody hates,
really off,
but it had like a super high
critic score.
You know, the paid critics loved it. It's like, and the biggest studio in the planet that spent a lot of money making the movie, marketing the movie, and then the critics come and have nothing to say, just to say it's like perfect. It's like,
yeah, it's a little
so
suspicious.
it's just an expose of Rotten Tomatoes, and again how makes or break a movie. And if anything, I always was of the opinion that the score there should put all together critics and audience, because if you have extrapolating, you have 5 critics that say the movie is good or bad, and you have 5 million audience that say the movie is good or bad. Why the opinion of 5 is it's not always about technicity. It's not analyzing the technical aspects of a movie, if it's art or it's no art and stuff like that. In the end, giving 5 this whole power of credit against 5 million. So many movies, they're so great that people love it, but the critics destroyed. So I think to eliminate that, they should combine, put the stats all together. If you wanna be impartial or whatever, not like they want, combine the critics and the audience and find an average. But no, 30, 40, even 200 critics love a movie, the audiences don't see it or hate it, or vice versa. 30 or 40, 200 critics hate the movie and the audiences love it.
Yeah, and we've seen both happen.
Yeah.
Which is why I ignore critics' scores. And I don't really seek out... And I hear the irony of this, because we are like, a lot of what we do on this podcast is criticize film and television, but like, we do it as a hobby, I think.
But we don't. And if we don't
have anything to say about a movie,
serious business.
Yeah, sorry. But like, if we don't have anything to say about a movie, we don't say anything about it. Like, all right, it was fine.
No, I mean, if it's bad, we see it's bad. If it's good, we see it's good.
Yeah.
But you should go see it. Don't listen to us.
Listen to us.
Listen to us. That's what I say. Listen to us.
Listen.
Yes, listen to us. Keep listening to us. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Yeah.
But if you tell you to not go see a movie, we're doing with the bottom of our hearts, because we love movies. And if we didn't like a movie, we're telling you, save your money. Save your kids, save your wife. Is that how it goes?
Yeah. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Kids, hide your wife. Don't let them watch the woke garbage crap, whatever. Why? If you tell you don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah. So basically, let's just ditch Rotten Tomatoes and stick with Team Retina.
Yes.
We will not lead you astray.
Yeah, we have RT on the name too.
That's right.
Yeah. Retina Team. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So there you go. Problem solved. That's what we do here. We solve problems.
If we love it, and if you love movies like us, and you watch all sorts of movies, action, comedy, sci-fi, fantasy, rom-coms. There's nothing.
Dramas, biopics.
Yeah, there's nothing we don't documentaries. There's nothing we don't watch. So if we liked it, if we enjoyed it, most likely 100% guarantee you're gonna like it too. If you hate it for some reason, you still might like it. But if we say don't watch it, it's to try to help you save your money, hide your kids, hide your wives.
And it's very rare that we say that, isn't it?
Yeah. Even movies like you hate it, somebody say it's like go check.
There might be somebody who enjoys that.
Yeah. Because they also don't want to get into a fight with Disney and they hunt us down. Like, hey, you told your people not to watch our movies? We're going to send the mouse to get you.
So, you didn't like my movie, huh?
I got to beat you up, motherfucker.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, anyways, moving on. Good old Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I got things a little out of order here, so I'm going to try to fix it. Woody Allen says cancel culture is silly and is considering retirement.
Oh my gosh.
And I would say, there's a lot that's messed up about cancel culture, but when you're a predatory pedophile, Cancel culture is not the problem.
It's not about cancel. It's about the law. Come on.
Yeah.
Morals.
It's him.
Like
He's the problem.
There's all sorts of laws. The laws of man, the laws of eternity, the laws of
God, laws of nature,
laws of
all the laws.
You know, it's like cancel. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
And it makes me so sad because like Midnight. I haven't seen a ton of Woody Allen films. Midnight in Paris was beautiful. I loved it so much. And then we watched the documentary about what he did to his stepchildren, and like absolutely not. So, yeah. So that happened. Another really fun news: Call of Duty is using AI to eavesdrop on voice chats.
Big Brother's watching, fellow gamers. They're gonna listen to you, and they might talking about cancellation, and they might cancel you. If they deem you a
toxic player,
toxic and improper, but it's a shooting game, so come on. So anyway, so FYI, the listening, it's open, it's clear. They said they're gonna do it, so yeah. Even though you pay for the game, you pay for subscription, if you don't say what they think is right, they might kick you out. So,
which is just weird.
Yeah. Talking about real quick. Talking about things that they do to us, they do to you, and it makes no sense. Freedoms are being persecuted and being hunted everywhere. This guy, he created Wheel. What's it called?
Oh yeah, that was going to be one of our finale stories. Yeah. He created a human-sized. It was essentially a human-sized hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel, and he was with the goal to cross the Atlantic. He goes to Europe. He goes to England, and he was stopped, and he's being prosecuted by federal laws and persecuted too.
Were there drugs involved though?
There's drugs involved?
I think that was why you had to dig a little deeper.
Because
the headline, because everybody was asking like, why is he getting arrested?
Yeah, if there's
this is very stupid.
But because the charges I heard was like stopping blocking port, something like that. Like he was like stopping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was
Maybe
like.
I made up the drugs thing.
Yeah. Which is like it happened before. This guy made a balloon like up and tried to fly inside.
That's
No,
right.
you can't do that. I was like, really? It's like I don't know. In different times, this guy would be like praised as a genius inventor, explorer. To cross the ocean on a freaking wheel made of trash.
I mean, is that an inventor? Because like I don't know if you saw pictures of it.
I saw pictures of it.
He wasn't gonna make it.
Well, he was like 70 miles out of the coast.
Good for him. He only had a couple thousand miles to go.
What he would eat and what he would drink and where he would poop.
Eating,
sure.
drinking,
talking about
sanitation, surviving literally anything other than a calm sea.
Talking about poop, we talked about this hero, but talking about a villain now. This guy that escaped Chesterton Prison in Pennsylvania.
Oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
He did like a Spider-Man, Michael Scofield Prison Break. He used his legs. You should check online. He stretches his arms, his legs, and climb the wall and gets out. And then he
was on the run for 2 weeks. Walked into some guy's garage and stole a rifle from him.
Yeah, he finally was caught. He found somewhere and cut his hair and shaved to look different. But he was caught not far from the prison. But talking about poop, like I was saying, one of the ways he was hiding, he was eating a lot of I don't know how, but a lot of watermelon, so he wouldn't poop. He would pee. But pee evaporates. Poop, you have to a trail of poop.
Jeez.
Yeah. So but he was arrested back, as he should, because he murders two people. I mean, one person here in the United States, but he murdered one other person back in his home country, Brazil.
Yeah, they actually had to close down schools. Like multiple school districts had to close for like days and days. What a fun way to start the school year. hey kids, there's a murderer on the loose. He's got a gun. So anyway, so that's all really fun. Back to Call of Duty. It's not all like bad creepy news. Although I will say I have seen like on fan groups and forums and things, people talk about how bad it can get, especially for women and girls, that like they once other players hear a female voice, they start saying really creepy things, like talking about rape and all the rest. So like there's some really awful stuff that happens. Do we want an AI to be in charge of that? I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, it's not all bad news. Cup Noodles is making a caffeinated version.
Yeah, because every time I eat noodles, I figure, this should have some caffeine.
I wish this gave me more energy. Yeah, so it's a caffeinated cup noodle for gamers in Japan. So if you're in Japan, go check that out.
Oh, Japan, with all the craziness and inventions they have.
I know. Man, I want to visit someday. Because it just sounds like a blast. All right, moving on. American Ninja Warrior has their newest winner. And
yes, Vance Walker.
Uh-huh.
And he declared that after he won, waiting to secure the money, the $1 million, was actually the most terrifying experience. You know, he ran through all those obstacles, but like
not like running up a 25-foot wall.
Yeah, almost falling in.
Yeah.
But to get the money was like, he was really scared.
Yeah. Well, congrats to him and everybody who can even compete on that show. Like that level of athleticism, it's cuckoo bananas. What's up with Martin Short?
What's up with Martin Short? Some idiots, and this is the part of the show where we're gonna talk about idiots. I mean, we talked about idiots.
I feel like we get on that topic quite often.
But some idiots, some moron. I'm gonna be gentle and gonna call him a moron.
It's not any better.
He wrote this article. He's complaining, saying that how can you put up with Martin Short? He's not funny. It was a backlash. I guess maybe it's one of those idiots that write crap to bring attention to call.
Sure,
to
like kind
clicks.
of a troll approach.
Yeah, trolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Not only because he's on the show and he's like spectacular on the show. Last episode,
so funny.
Last episode was hilarious.
Yeah.
He deals with
Only Murders in the Building.
Matthew Broderick. He deals with Mel Brooks shows up, and then you have Steve Martin there. I was like, it's hilarious. And this moron comes and says, get out of here. And a lot of people, because justice what justice is due. A lot of people came out and says like, "What? You kidding me? Martin Short?
That's a bridge too far, sir."
Yeah, it's like, come on, get a life, sir. Anyways,
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Still sticking to the idiocy of the week. Star Trek Day was last week, and it was so ridiculous. It was a fiasco.
And I say this as like a lifelong committed Star Trek fan. I love Star Trek so much. But Star Trek Day was a glorified commercial for Paramount Plus's new Star Trek content. Granted, there's some really good stuff there, but like
it's like a 20-minute clip.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid and there was a special about Star Trek. And it was not about Star Trek Day, because when I was a kid, there was like Star Trek didn't have a day. I was a kid in Brazil, and but I remember from time to time, like it would be a special. I don't know, 20 years, 30 years of Star Trek, something like that. And they would do like a full hour episode, and they would go through clips, and they would like interview the cast and some fans, and there was some super funny classic moments they would like make montages and collages every time Dr. McCoy would say he's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim.
Or Riker getting a chair backwards.
Yes. Stuff like like for the fans, they really loved it.
Blooper reels. There's great blooper reels from the original series of them walking into the doors
and dancing. And, so it was this Star Trek Day that what's it called? Paramount Plus. It was like 20 minutes. part of that is like a stupid character going out in the streets on a clearly set up interviews. Have you heard about Star Trek? You know, it's like that was useless. And the rest was a commercial, was a plug for the Star Trek shows. Mostly the shows that they produce, because Star Trek, the original show, the TNG, the other ones is like have, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds, and then they skip to, but Star Trek Discovery is a revolutionary show. Get out of here.
I think for me the most offensive one was what they were doing with the animated series, because it isn't actually this year was actually like a milestone for the original animated series.
Yes.
And like, and then they were like, did you know Star Trek had an animated series? And now there's more. Yeah. And again, I gotta say, I have loved Lower Decks, Prodigy, the crossovers. They've also said that I'm looking forward to watching these. We haven't seen them yet, but the short treks, which are little animated shorts featuring different Star Trek characters and storylines. Anyway, yeah. So it was a bummer. Just watch Star Trek. Itself.
Yeah, no, the
Star Trek Day
by Paramount Plus was a fiasco.
Frankly, the merch on StarTrek.com was a letdown.
That one I don't know. I didn't check.
Yeah, it wasn't worth checking.
Yeah.
Star Trek could do a lot better with its merchandising.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's not all I'm saying. I've obviously said a lot more than that. But anyway.
But there's some good stuff coming on Star Trek.
Yeah.
There's a new game coming. We're gonna talk about when we get closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Oh, One Piece just came out. The live action. Or nope. Yes. The
live action adaptation of the animation.
There we go. It got renewed for a second season.
It looks. I mean, I never seen the original, but
it's a super popular anime.
It looks like they have some stuff, like there's a couple scenes that the kids' face stretching in their faces. It looks very very a lot like what the Japanese would do in animation, because I watch all the animation, you know, the silliness, the goofiness. And I guess the fans. I heard good things. People are liking it. A lot more than they liked stuff like
Cowboy
Bebop. Yeah. And
that's really saying something.
And this one got renewed like almost right away.
Yeah. So like, good for them. Well done. And especially this was a tricky one, because One Piece has a large and devoted following. So if they could make those fans happy, like that's impressive. All right, let's talk Aquaman.
We just saw the new trailer. It looks fun. It looks generic. There's like brothers. There are enemies fight, so Thor and Loki, and then there's this dark MacGuffin, this dark artifact. There's like gonna define, and then Black Manta rose to the big villain category. Like, wow, Black Manta. I know.
For me, the killer was Aquaman yanking his armor off the clothesline outside of his dad's lighthouse.
Yeah,
that kind of lines us up, and like this, we veered into the silly.
Yeah, Marvel movies.
Yeah, which we don't need more Marvel movies because we have a massive MCU.
We already have Marvel movies, right?
Yeah. It's a good thing for DC to be different, so that's kind of a bummer. But Warner Brothers has announced that they're the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths.
There's a quick about Aquaman. There's a rumor that the marketing on Aquaman, besides this trailer, there was nothing yet, and the movie is coming November or December. Either way, it's really close, and this was like the first trailer. But anyways, there's rumors that Warner DC are not putting a lot of money, not investing on marketing, because they're afraid, or even worse, they know the movie's gonna fail. Yeah.
So kind of what we suspected.
Yeah.
Disney of doing, like, just let it fail.
Yeah. About Aquaman, the director was asked about the connections, and he said, I don't think it's connected to anything that came before, and anything that came after, because there was cameos, and there's two cameos of Batman, and they ask him, is Michael Keaton, is Ben Affleck, is freaking George Clooney, and he says that you're gonna have to watch to see. So there's no definition, and still about this whole mess at DC Warner. The directors of Batgirl said they felt like extremely sad when they saw The Flash and how bad The Flash was, and they allowed The Flash to come out, but they didn't allow Batgirl to come out.
Really? Now that I think about that, that would hurt.
Yeah.
That would be a major bummer.
Yeah, but we knew that a long time ago, according to the numbers, based on focus groups and people that watched the movie before everybody else, that The Flash actually had a lower score than Batgirl.
Yeah. Well, that's annoying. All right, moving on to Disney and the MCU. Sam Raimi might be coming to direct.
Sam Raimi might take over Avengers. What is it?
Yeah, Secret Wars. So,
but again, there's a whole mess. There's strikes, things that keep changing and moving. We don't know.
Well, amidst all of that, a National Treasure is coming back to National Treasure. That's right. Nicolas Cage will be reprising his role as Benjamin Franklin
And this time, Keanu Reeves is going to join him.
If this works out... they're calling it Revenge of the Puzzle Master. It's in plans. If this works out, my prediction is that it will be very dumb, but very fun.
Just like the other ones.
Yeah, but the first one was like...
Just like we like it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the first one was dumb in a way that was like, you know what? This doesn't even feel dumb anymore. This is just great stuff.
Yeah. There's one bit here about Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Season 5 will use digital de-aging to make the actors look younger. I thought it was kind of silly and funny. But I guess they wanted to use some scenes for... I assume that is for flashbacks from the first season.
They already did that last season,
But I don't think it's because they are old and for this season they need... I think they can get away with that. But who knows? We'll see.
Hollywood has a long tradition of having like full-on adults portray teenagers. So, I don't know. We'll see.
And it's acting, you know. We just saw a movie where Meryl Streep portrayed a teenager, and she was already 62. The Deer Hunter.
That's right.
Yeah, she was actually really young. It was her first movie.
Yeah. Boy, that movie was a journey.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go back to Disney now. Sorry, I skipped over that. They've been working on a Lando series.
Oh, talking about idiocy. Another one from Disney, House of Idiocy. So they had this series for Lando, not Billy D, but Donald Glover. And he was in the Solo prequel movie, and they were planning...
Arguably one of the better parts of the Solo movie.
And they were planning this movie,
this show
series, for him, this series, which apparently is now going to be a movie that nobody asked.
It's a step in the right direction, though. It is a step in the right direction.
I don't know. I think it's a waste.
To cut it down.
Oh, to make a movie instead. To make anything. Period. I think is stupid.
Yeah, it's.
They want to make this movie about this black homo, and they made him homo because Lando wasn't, but they made this whole backstory for him, and I don't know. I rewatched Solo not long ago. I didn't hate it, but I think so. Okay, that was a good experience. Let's not do that again. You know?
Yeah.
Like when your kid eats something from the floor. It's okay. I get your point. Let's not do that again.
It was, and I really enjoyed how Donald Glover took that character and I felt like he lived up to everything that Billy D. Williams had left behind for him. Like, it was fine, but we don't need any more. And I feel like Solo proved that. Like, we don't need to dive into, like, extensively into backstories on these iconic characters because
Yeah, and
it
it
was so
stinks.
forgettable and so unnecessary. And as much as I enjoy Donald Glover and all the rest, like, no hate to any of these people, like, could we just not?
And it stinks like desperation because the big boss, Disney, Lucasfilm, she said not long ago that they were done with recasting actors for classic characters.
Yeah.
You know, they were done, but I guess they are desperate. They try to capitalize on the success of the guy to make something out of it, which is kind of, it's like, if you couldn't capitalize on the success of the character, you're gonna try to capitalize on the success of the guy. Go for I don't know, black audiences. Oh, going back to Black Panther, that was successful, but not only because the guy was black and everybody was black, because the movie was
they were good movies.
Was good.
They had like solid content and like,
and of course the actor was spectacular. But even all problems considered. But anyways, but yeah, I guess they're gonna do it. We'll see. Hopefully.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, in the meantime, Disney Entertainment has suspended deals with Billy Porter, Yara Shahidi, Gina Rodriguez, and others.
Yes, so, the studios like cutting deals. They had like the one you mentioned about Dr. Drew? No, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, yeah.
Yeah. Lorne Michaels. These people have like multi-year deals, but they're like, nope, suspending.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean they're gonna lose the deal. It means they're gonna have to renegotiate. And during the negotiating, I guess everybody's gonna lose. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Well, in the meantime, Disney has denied reports of selling ABC, but they are considering a variety of strategic options.
Yeah, I mean, when you need money, selling is an option. And they grew a lot. They bought everything, so it might be an option.
Might be okay to sell some stuff. Okay, Sony, vaguely related, but not really. Sony Spider-Man spin-off El Muerto has lost their star. And also maybe isn't happening. I don't know.
I hope it's not happening because why Sony is making movies? Well, first of all, they're making movies about the Spider-Man villains. And then they started. Who was the first one? Was it Venom? I think Venom.
I think so.
And then they make Morbius, which is like kind of a secondary. And then they're doing Craven, and now they're doing a villain that nobody knows. By nobody, I mean, even comic book readers. I read the books. I was like, what? Who's next? The Rainbow Rider? It's like, yeah. Anyways.
Well, Bad Bunny is not going to be El Muerto.
Yeah, he's dead. He's not going to be. I mean, the character is dead. The deal is dead.
Okay. All right, let's talk aliens.
Alien, you know, there's something after aliens, right? Just
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's more aliens.
So Mexico Congress, House of Representatives, Senate is doing what's it called? Committee.
Yeah.
They did the same thing here. Analyzing, exposing hearings about UFOs, about aliens, about all these phenomena that happens on Earth for decades, if not hundreds of years. We've been visited, and sometimes people see things that might be, sometimes people see, I don't know, things that are completely could not be, but they interpret it that way. So and as regular humans, I saw one thing that could totally be a UFO, but people in power, people with technology, skills, equipment that see these kind of things, they might study, they might research, they might have knowledge that they keep it secret. In Mexico Congress hearings, they reviewed mummies, and there's claims that aliens are real and that everybody knows, and the United States are pressuring the international community to keep it secret. And there's even more allegations that they have knowledge to fix a lot of the problems in the world, including global poverty and hunger. But no, let's not that's not delivered there yet. And we know that kind of thing happens because electric cars is a thing that when I was a kid, there's people trying to put the oil industry and government out there. It's like, shh, no. It's good, one day, but not now. And there was even the infamous or famous water car, the car that was fueled by water.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the Mexican scientists went so far as to bring fossilized alien bodies that were discovered in an area like where they've been apparently like thousands of years ago. So they are like fossilized. So you can check. You can check those
there's
out
something about
online. I'm not totally buying it.
There's something about the DNA. There's like
they're saying that 30% of their DNA is not recognizable or like not human.
It could go either way. But again is the type of thing that it's such an interesting moment because let's say the United States government comes and interviews. It's true. It's a fact. And we have whistleblowers here and stuff. But the credit, the believability of the government right now, it's so low. It's almost zero. That no, don't review this now because it's smoke and mirrors will distract from the real problems, and nobody's gonna believe it.
There are memes about this. And like this is actually a great indicator of how like jacked up the world is right now because now we've got two governments who are like, "Yep, aliens are real," and we're all like, I don't know, government. I feel like you just want us to stop thinking about how expensive everything is and how poor we are.
And no, it's you talked about memes. There's a classic, perfect one that says, "I believed in aliens my entire life, but now that the government's saying they're real, now I don't believe it."
Yeah, no, for real though. For like that, that absolutely. Because like there is I want aliens to be there. I believe there's life. We're not alone in the universe. But when these guys show up, I'm like,
Yeah. On that note, there's actually evidence of life out there. The telescope Webb.
The James Webb Space Telescope has perhaps found signs of life in an atmosphere, an extraterrestrial atmosphere, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Not sure what those signs of life are. I should have researched this a little bit more before we got into this. But
in the atmosphere,
carbon
there's
dioxide, for example.
Bacteria or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the universe is so big, and if you believe in God, and knows and believes that God can do all things and everything, why you would do just like one tiny earth on this corner of the universe?
Yeah.
And if you don't believe in God, it's like the universe is so big, the odds of having life out there is like incredibly high. You know, we only explore a corner. Of
or on the flip side, the odds of us being the only planet with life are incredibly low.
Yes.
Yeah.
So prepare your salutes.
Your salutes. I don't know what this is.
It's a Vulcan gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We better be logical, mother flower. Anyways, that's it for this week. Next week we come with a lot of news. We're going to FanX. You're going to see everything that's going on there. You're going to see a lot of cosplayers. You can come and say hi. You can take pictures.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun. And also you're going to see the creator. Is that creator, right?
Yeah, the AI one with Washington.
Isaiah.
John David Washington.
Denzel Jr. is the Expendables 4.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're coming with a lot to talk about. Meanwhile, may the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.